Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Soon to Be Nurse. Thank you so much for coming back if you're a returning subscriber, and then if you're new, please like and subscribe. Okay, so if Humber decides to move on with your application, they're gonna send you an email, and this email is gonna include a voucher and a link to the website for the testing. So you click on the link and then you input the voucher number Humber gave you, and it's going to redirect you to the website for the testing. And when it redirects you, you just have to create a profile, and this is going to include like your name and then all your details. They're going to need your school and your student number from the offer letter Humber gave you. And after you're done, you're going to have to book a date for the testing, the admission testing. And then I think you'd have to select your school and then your branching profile name. So if you're registering for the Humber Practical Nursing entrance exam testing, you're just going to select health sciences testing. And all these details are going to be included in the information Humber sends you. Okay, so before I even start talking about this whole test, mind you, this test is timed. Because before I wrote mine, people were saying it wasn't timed. And I actually thought it wasn't timed. And during the test, I realized it was timed. So just keep in mind. So I'm going to begin with the math. The math include questions from areas such as algebra, quantitative reasoning, and statistics. So you some of the questions you should expect can be in this form, such as 0.17 plus 5.32. Or you can also expect, or you can meet questions like decimals, but in subtractions, like 5.38 minus 3.05. And mind you, because you're dealing with decimals, if you're not too careful about the decimal place, the number place, it can make you have a wrong answer. So please really be mindful. Also, you should expect questions such as ratio and proportion. They can ask you that if 10 is equal to 28, then what is 5 equal to? Yes. And you can expect questions from fractions such as like 1 out of 3 plus 2 out of 5. What's that going to be? Or you can be asked to convert a decimal to a fraction or to a percentage. Yes. And you can also meet some scenario-based questions such as, if I walk like 10 kilometers in 30 minutes, how many kilometers am I going to walk in like 1 hour, 45 minutes? Yes. And also, you can expect questions such as, you can be given something in a tabular form, and you're going to be asked to calculate the number of hours the student goes to school. Like, how many hours does the student spend in school? So for example, you can be given something like, if Ali spends 2 hours on Monday and then spends 4.5 hours on Wednesday and spends 2 hours on Friday, how many hours is he gonna spend in school for an entire week or for 2 weeks? Also, you can expect something like expect questions from like number lines. Yeah, you can be given a number line, and you can be given how do you call this thing, exponential equations. Yes, as I said previously, these may look easy, or you may think they're easy, but they're not. I wouldn't say they're not very easy, but they're a little technical. You can miss it, or you can get it wrong by misplacing the decimal point, and each point counts. So please do beware and do prepare way ahead of time. You need ample time to prepare for this, because it's going to be worth it at the end. Okay, so with biology, I'm moving to biology now. So with the biology, you should know the organelles in a cell. You should know the difference between a plant cell and an animal cell. You should know the difference between something like a prokaryotic cell and a eukaryotic cell. And then you should know what part of like the cell is responsible for controlling the movement of substances in and out of the cell. Also, you should know something about DNA and its replication, and also RNA. And one more thing, you should know about mitosis and meiosis. Yeah, especially the number of daughter cells that are produced at the end of the process. Yes, so you should know. And yeah, but most importantly, you should know about the organelles in the cell. Yes, the organelles in the cell. And you should know about ecology, ecosystem, and then the food chain. Yes, you should know about that too. Okay, so one thing about the biology is that you have to revise your grade 10, 11, and 12 biology, because it's not just about cells and like its organelles. Okay, so we're moving on to chemistry now. With chemistry, I'm just going to list some topics that I feel they're really helpful. Some topics that I had questions on during my exam. And these topics include acid, bases, and salts. So with that topic, you should know, or with this area, you should know about certain substances that are acidic, certain substances that are basic, and then some salts. Also, you should know about the pH scale and when the scale means when it's increasing in acidity or when it's increasing in alkalinity. Also, you should know, I think I remember I had a question like they asked me if vinegar was an acid or a base. So like sort of stuff like that. Also, you should learn or know something about atoms, molecules, and compounds. They can give you a question and ask you if this is a compound or it's an atom, right? They can just give you, say, CH4H12, and they're going to ask you if this is like an atom or it's a compound. Yes. And you should know something about bonding, like covalent bonding and the types of bonding we have. Also, you should know about mixtures. The types of mixtures we have, and what a solute is and what a solvent is, and what a homogeneous mixture is. I really remember they asked me a question. They asked me the definition of a homogeneous mixture in my chemistry. And also, one more thing you should really pay attention to is isotopes. You should understand or know the definition of mass numbers, atomic numbers, and proton numbers, because these are going to help you identify the number of neutrons or the number of protons in each isotope, and it's really going to help you. Okay, so we're moving to the next part of the testing, which is the essay part. I'm just going to give you guys some few things you should take note of. The very first thing is you should make sure your essay is well organized and well structured. Make sure you have your body, you have your you have your introduction, you have your body, and then you have your conclusion. And make sure they're connected. Like, make sure you have a paragraph. They're grouped into paragraphs, and then the paragraphs are connected. Another thing you should take note of is that you shouldn't lose focus while writing the essay. You shouldn't lose focus on the topic that is being given. You should try to stay within context. Do not go out of context. One more thing you should take note of is you should have control of your vocabulary. The vocabs you use in the essay, you should have absolute control over it. Another thing is you should limit the number of errors in the essay, such as spelling mistakes, grammatical errors, punctuation mistakes, and so forth. And one more thing is you should not use slangs when writing the essay. Okay, so in my exam, I got this question for the essay part. I was asked to write, I was asked to write if I would work for money or I would work because of the passion I have for the job. Yes. So just be prepared for any kind of question. For example, you can also be asked if we're free to make our own decisions or we're limited in the choices we have or the choices we can make. Also, another question you can be asked is, what will you do if you received a huge sum of money? And with all these topics that I just listed, you should make sure you're you should make sure you're staying within context while writing, and then avoiding as much as you can errors. Yes. Okay, guys. So with all these that I talked about with the math, English, biology, and chemistry, I'm going to attach some helpful links and documents to in the description box, so you can refer to if you need any extra help or if you want to use the same documents I used in preparation for my exam. Also, Humber has some sample questions on their website. So I'm going to attach the link also in the description box so you can refer to that as well. Okay, so this is a protracted exam, which means you're going to have someone invigilating you while writing the exam. I think before you start, they're going to ask you to scan your room, like the entire room, to see if there's someone around. And they're going to ask you to scan the table you're sitting on. And they're going to ask you to show them your ID. Okay, guys. So before I end the video, I'm just going to highlight some helpful tips. In preparation for the exam, make sure you give yourself some ample time to study. This exam may look easy, but then it's technical and analytical. So please take some time off and then study, and it's going to be worth it at the end. The day before the exam, please do make sure that you have some good sleep, you have some good rest, and make sure nothing is affecting you the day before the exam. Please make sure you have a very sound mind so you can write the exam and then pour out your very best. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you find this information helpful. In case you need any help regarding this whole testing, you can reach out to me either in the comment section or you can reach out to me on Instagram. I wish you the very best in your exam, and I can't wait to see you at Humber College. Thank you so much again for watching the video. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you. Ciao.